This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 6. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 46. I meant to say Salakia. And least your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come in 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. And this is Joel chapter 3 verse 10, and it reads, beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointing hooks into spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem HaKadosh. Shalom to the elders, Ba'akim Ba'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from the Jerusalem Post. As we've been seeing, the tensions been heating up between the pro-Iranian versus the Israeli Defense Force, right along with the Hamas versus the Israeli Defense Force, and the pro-Iranian groups, which is the Houthi rebels, going against the Israeli Defense Force armies, against the United States armies as well too, throughout the Red Sea and throughout Western Asia, throughout the borders of Lebanon, of Israel, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, Palestinian territory, and throughout the whole areas of Israel, as we've been seeing increasing escalations over there in that area. So I just want to add an additional note to that. And this is a news article from the JerusalemPost.com, published by Tavot Lazaroff, if I pronounce his name right, published December the 11th, 2023, and updated December the 11th, 2023, and it reads, Tehran warns of explosion if war continues. I remember he mentioned this previously. I would say about 2 weeks ago. I remember I did a similar story to this. And it continued on with the reading, so I just want to add an additional note to that once again. It says the only thing Iran and Israel have in common, we don't believe in two states. It says the continuation of the Gaza war will lead to regional explosion. Iranian Foreign Minister Hassan Amar Abdulmalin told the Doha Forum on Monday, as he explained that the scope of the conflict has already expanded to include Lebanon and Yemen. It says at any moment there is a possibility of a big explosion in the region. It says one not controllable by any party, he said as he spoke through the English language translator in a virtual interview conducted by CNN Becky Anderson. It says the foreign minister pointed to the attacks against the U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria, Houthis' attack on ships in Red Sea, and the violence on Israel's northern border as proof that the regional violence has expanded beyond the Gaza Strip, which is true, as I mentioned it, right throughout the borders of Iraq, Israel, the Gaza Strip, West Bank, Palestinian territory, and throughout Israel, throughout southern Israel, central Israel, northern Israel, and throughout Tel Aviv, Israel too. But continuing on, it says at least every week we receive a message from the United States telling us that the U.S. bases in Syria and Iraq are targeted by some groups. Amar Abdulmalin said these groups are defending the Arab and Muslim people, right? The Dragons of Arabia in Gaza. This is why they are targeting the U.S. bases in Syria and Iraq. It says Israel, which he said is essentially a U.S. regional proxy, that cannot be considered a state cannot defeat Hamas, even if it's fight them for the next 10 years. Amar Abdul Alim, if I pronounce his name right, said Hamas is ready to fight for years and produce and procure weapons, he explained. Iran has supported Hamas' October 7th infiltration into southern Israel, in which the group killed at least 1,200 to seize 250 hostages. The Iranian foreign minister said the attack was the direct result of the creation of Israel 75 years ago, as he explained that the territory within its borders were considered to be occupied Palestinian land. We do not we do not recognize Israel as a government. It has just been occupied power for 75 years, as he stated, as he called on the U.S. to abandon their unconditional and unwavering support for Israel. Go back to Joel 3 verse 9. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Joel chapter 3, verse 10, Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pruning hooks and the spears, and let the weak say I'm strong. And this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse Salakia. Lease Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 46, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures, unleash your unleash your heart fate, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land, and rumors shall both come 1 year after that, and another year shall come a rumor and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article from the Jerusalem Post. As I mentioned again, as we see in the escalations between the nations rising up against one another over there in Western Asia and throughout the Red Sea and throughout different parts over there in Western Asia, especially the ongoing increasing tensions between Hamas versus the Israel Defense Force as well too. As it says again from the Jerusalem Post, published by Taval Lashkarov, published December the 11th, 2023, and last updated December the 11th, 2023, and it reads again, Tehran warns of explosion if war continues. So with that, once again, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Shalom to the elders, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom.